Hello, everybody. Hold on. I have to start Zapfish. There. Hello, everybody. We're playing more Splatoon, and also I just realized the music hasn't been on this entire fucking time. Is it on now? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Sorry about that. So I decided I have like 2 hours to kill. I might as well do something with it. Just making sure. Yeah. Alright, let's go. We might try multiplayer if there are bot matches in this game. I don't know if there are. I don't know if there are bot matches in Splatoon. But I can check, I guess, after this. Where else are we going? I'm looking for the next one. I'm almost tempted to just play Splatoon 2 because, I mean, it is basically the same game with the same levels. I might actually be kind of an idiot for wanting to play Splatoon 1. Splatoon 1's, like, campaign is great, but Splatoon 2 also has the same campaign, basically. Not what I wanted to do, but okay. I love octopuses and squids. My friend made unhinged jokes about this game for a long time. Well, not really unhinged, just weird. Just odd. He used to be obsessed with the "you're a kid now, you're a squid now" thing, and he would say it all the time. Even when it had absolutely nothing to do with anything, he would just be like, "You're a kid now, you're a squid now, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid now." And after a while, I started joining in. I started doing the same exact thing. It wasn't really unhinged, it was just kind of odd. You know, because as far as I'm aware, he never even actually bought the game. He was just really into that slogan. And to be fair, I am too. And I'm not, like, shitting on him. Keep in mind, I love the guy. He's cool. We're still friends to this day. I'm just, you know, it's a fun little anecdote to bring up every once in a while. You know, like some people would go, "Oh, you're obviously picking on him." No, I'm not. I'm not really picking on him. I'm just saying, you know. It was funny. And I started joining in on it after a while. Because why wouldn't I? But yeah, I like the single player of this game a lot, and I like the multiplayer too. But no one plays the multiplayer because, I mean, look, Splatoon 3 is pretty much just Splatoon 1 multiplayer. Same with Splatoon 2. With added stuff. So, like, why would you... It's not like Call of Duty where it's actively degrading every year. I honestly, I have like moderate hope for Modern Warfare 4, but also I am so used to it at this point. I'm so used to getting burned at this point that I'm just like, I have a feeling it's not gonna be that good. Like, I have a feeling I'm not gonna like it. I don't know. That might just be a me problem. Maybe I'm getting a little jaded and tired of Call of Duty finally after fucking, what, 20 years now? Wait. Oh my god, it has been nearly 20 years of Call of Duty. Specifically of the, you know, Modern Warfare type stuff. Oh. There. You know, like, we've had Modern Warfare, Black Ops, Call of Duties for years now, you know? I guess it has gotten a little bit stale for me in particular. But maybe that's just me. I'm not one of those weird people who's like, oh, games suck now. Because I know that's not true. There's plenty of good games out there. If every game you play sucks, maybe change what you play, you know? Like, no, not every game sucks. There are some that suck worse than others. Just branch out a little bit. Wait. Gotta splat it. There. Got the page and we got the sapfish. Yay. But yeah, like there's so many good games out there. And it's always people who barely play games. Crackle crackle. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? You're holding that upside down. Oh, Agent 1 of the new Squidbeak Splatoon reporting in. Agent 2 also reporting in. We got an SOS from Captain Cuttlefish. Are you Agent 3? Don't worry, we're your new support team. Yep, we're taking over for the captain. Well, we're gonna try. But we've got to hurry, or the captain is as good as sushi. Let's roll, Agent 3. Yeah. Before the Great Turf War, there were amicable... This fucking image. There were amicable relations between the Inklings and the Octarians. They couldn't have dreamed that rising sea levels would force them to battle fiercely over the remaining territory. The fucking samurai helmet. The fucking Japanese great helm. Oh my god. Ah. Boop 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 boop. I would rather avoid the sniper if possible. I can't. It's right there. I don't like snipers in this game. They suck. Oh, isn't that an octo sniper? Try to stay hidden while moving. That'll make it easier, okay? Yeah. Smooth moves. Yep, doing my best. You guys ever wonder if God looks at our planet like it's a small little ball of unending suffering? Do you think he ever thinks about that? Do you think that he feels responsible for the suffering he has caused in the world? I don't know why I'm saying this. Probably just a little random, but whatever. Got it. So now I can just stop worrying about finding it and just dodge. I don't know why the game is lagging, by the way. That's kind of why I'm debating just going to Splatoon 2. I could also just turn down the resolution all the way. Back to native. In fact, I might actually do that after this. Because, yeah, it's unbearable. I'll just turn the resolution down, use an upscale filter. Because, quite frankly, it is not very playable right now. Finally managed it. Yayers! Yummers. You're having a milkshake, huh? Yummers. Extra whipped cream. God. I don't remember anything about the boys, really. I wasn't really that into it. Well, I was for a while, but, you know, after a while, you just kind of start going, you know, at some point this starts getting really samey. But I know that that's not actually true. It wasn't samey at all. I'm just, you know, just because I fell out of fashion with it doesn't mean it was bad. And just so you guys know, it's not because of the reasons that other people dislike it. I don't dislike it. I like it. It's just, I don't know. I don't like TV shows anymore. I don't watch TV. I should. I've been meaning to watch the new Ghost in the Shell. But, like, I always forget. Which is surprising, because it's Ghost in the Shell. These two cousins from Calamari County won Inkopolis' first annual youth folk singing contest. Their remarkable voices earned them a standing ovation from all present and catapulted them into the spotlight. That's Mari and Callie. You're pretty alright, Agent 3. I try to be. I try to be alright. Okay, Octoling time. The Octolings with seaweed on their head are super tough. Agent 3, try to take the high ground. You got it. They're not really that tough. I really wish there was just an Octoling battle mode so I could gauge the multiplayer of this, but I can't. I've played it before, but, you know, I want to see if it's exactly what I remember, and I'm not going to set up fucking online on here. I'm not going to pay fucking $180 to get another Wii U to set up online. Honestly, the fact they were so annoying about it pissed me off. Like, they're so annoying about the whole, oh, no piracy though, and I'm like, do you realize I can't even buy this console anymore? Game preservation isn't for only games you own. Oh man, you want to play a fucking 10-year-old game? Oh, that's heckin' bad. Why? Because it just is okay? God, let piracy heckin' bad. I literally own it. I just didn't dump it. Well, you know, even if you own it, you still have to dump it legally. Actually, that is not in the law, as far as I'm aware. As far as I am aware, the actual law for games you own is that if you own them, you are allowed to download them or acquire them again in any way you see fit, whether it be through official means or unofficial means. I know the law of this stuff. I've Googled it many times. I have literally, like, looked into the law of, is it legal to download games you already own? The answer is yes. La heckin' piracy, though. Who cares? Who cares if it comes from Wii U downloader or, like, fucking anywhere? Oh, but la heckin' piracy. And it's like, no. No, games preservation isn't just for games you own. It's also for games that cannot be purchased or played anymore. This game cannot be purchased anymore. It cannot be played anymore. So, really, saying la heckin' piracy, my heckin' piracy enos, or whatever the fucking Redditors say, is just dumb. Like, you know what? It also doesn't help that Cemu claimed they're against piracy. Really? Is that why we discovered you were pirating a bunch of Switch games? Like fucking hypocrites? And yes, they were doing that. When they were making Yuzu, they were pirating a bunch of Switch games. That was like one of the main contention for why that emulator got shut down. They pirated a bunch of Switch games from unofficial sources to test them. And constantly go, my heckin' piracy, every time someone, you know, pirates a game. At least, you know, I would have appreciated them being fucking honest about it. It's like with the fucking RPCS3 devs. We all know they're pirating. We all know they're doing piracy, but we just don't say anything or care. I'm just tired of the posturizing. Because... Okay, to developers of emulators, do you actually think adamantly being against piracy and constantly virtue signaling about piracy is actually going to, like, make companies leave you alone? No, they're always going to come after you. Well, if I make the statement, then the legal trouble will be less. No, because the point of the legal battle isn't to make you actually lose the legal battle. The point of it is that it's a pester suit. They're doing it so that you eventually concede because you can't afford to continue. Oh, but my heckin' piracy. Bleem literally never had to say, we don't support or condone piracy. They have never had to say that. They never had to say that when the case came up. Literally all they did was provide the emulator files. You don't have to say anything. Okay? I'm sorry that I keep saying my heckin' piracy, but that is something they do. A lot. A lot of emulator devs... I find that... Okay, if an emulator dev constantly talks about how against piracy they are, I guarantee you they are pirating. I guarantee you they have been pirating. And like, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with the posturing. I have a problem with all the going on Twitter to rage at people for pirating video games from 20 fucking years ago. Like, emulator devs, do you notice every time some fucking idiot comes out and says, emulation is piracy, which is theft, everyone, literally everyone disagrees with them? Have you noticed that? There's a reason for that. Squid Squad's new album, Fresh Kids, takes their trademarked squidcore sound to a whole new level. Critics call it an oral buffet of squidiosyncratic psychedelicacy, the perfect theme for any turf war. On sale now. But yeah, like, you notice that? You notice whenever anti-piracy people talk, that literally everyone disagrees with it? Because it's stupid. Even people in the industry disagree with it because it's stupid. Anti-piracy propaganda was literally propagated by execs. Developers do not give a single fuck about piracy. As far as I know. There's some who do. but not a lot. The majority of them really don't care that much. Like, emulator... I get that piracy is one of those things where it's like a moral gray area. To me, it's not. To me, piracy is fine. With an asterisk. If you're pirating a game that is out now and emulating it, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. But if you're just pirating a game from nearly 20 years ago, or even older than that, I really don't see the issue. If they wanted you to play the game through legitimate means, they would give you a legitimate way to play it. If Nintendo wanted me to play Splatoon 1 legitimately, they would release it remastered on the Switch. That's it. That's all they had to do, and I would not do this. Like, I'm not arguing with anyone, by the way. I'm just, like, saying I find anti-piracy stuff really cringe. It's really cringe. It's just cringe, you know? It's lame. It's very pathetic and sad. Because... Come on, emulator devs, you absolutely fucking know people are pirating. Just don't say anything. I'm really tired of emulator devs who also, like, do this thing where they make it so that it's harder to pirate. But the reason why they make it harder to pirate is they take out, like, the PKG builder from the Shad PS4 emulator. Don't think I didn't hear about that, by the way. That's fucking dumb. You're dumb. In order to stop piracy, and all it did was break the emulator. Break legitimate files as well as pirated files. Well, not break them, but you know what I mean. It made them unable to use your legit files. Now you need a disc and a very specific drive or a PS4 or something. You can't just use your digital copy that you have of Bloodborne. No, you have to actually rip the game disc. Now. Which is something most people are not prepared to be able to do. Unfortunately. That is like something most people cannot really do. Because most people don't have drives that that can use PS4's like Blu-ray component or decompile it. Because if you don't know, there's many different Blu-ray drives, and the PS4 one is proprietary. You can... You can get one like that. I have one for my PS3 that I used to rip MGS4. But... for the most part, most people don't dump games specifically just because it's really inconvenient. And... expensive sometimes. You know, people can't really afford to drop all that money on like something that could get bricked by what they're doing. It's okay if if you are against piracy and don't provide tech support for pirates. That's fine. But don't do this thing where you're like, oh, but you don't understand, we have to do this. No, you don't have to do this. You don't have to say anything. I get there's covering your ass, but at some point, it's not covering your ass anymore. It's just posturizing to a group who already hates you. You saying we're against piracy isn't going to stop Nintendo from filing a frivolous lawsuit. If anything, it'll encourage them to, because now you're easy. Is the big fluffy one providing shelter for the little fishy one? Or is it the little fishy one manipulating the big fluffy one? We may never know. That one's pretty funny. Wow, Gram City were good, but I didn't expect this. But yeah, I don't like posturizing. I don't like people who make their entire identity, I am against la heckin' bad thing. And by that I mean piracy, not anything else. Oh, Snippy Snaps, it's an Octo Striker. Man, these worlds are all going the same way, aren't they? I've literally fought this boss before. I've actually fought it several times now. Well, not boss, but you know what I mean. Oops. But yeah, that's all I really had to say about piracy and stuff. I really don't care about it. I find the posturizing fucking really annoying though. Because no, you're not actually against piracy. You're just being performative. For the sake of not getting in trouble, even though you're already going to get in trouble maybe. Bleem didn't... There was no stipulation in Bleem's contract that they had to say they were completely against anti-piracy. There was absolutely none. So, you know, no, you don't have to constantly say, I'm anti-piracy. All it does is make you look performative. But, yeah. I'm enjoying my game. And I'm gonna keep enjoying my game. Through Cemu. Pirated. Sort of. I own the game. I don't encourage piracy or condone piracy or even really condemn piracy. I am ambivalent on piracy. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Like, I wish more people would just have that mindset of just do whatever you want. It's not my problem. Like, just have that mentality and most people would not... Most people would be understanding if you say, you know, we can't encourage piracy. We can't condone piracy. We can't link pirate sites. That's fine. Because that's all you need to do, really. Like, no one cares about that. We can find this stuff ourselves. It's just... What we care about is that a lot of the times it really does feel like It's just posturizing. It's just fake. And it annoys us. And now, you know, anti-piracy is kind of a Reddit thing. What is this? It looks like the proprietor of that shoe shop. Could there have been an ancient creature that consumed prawns as food? A terrifying thought indeed. Yeah. Pretty scary. I keep forgetting that I can actually jump in this one. But yeah, that's all I can really say about it is it's a performative endeavor. Ultimately. Is ultimately something that people don't actually care about, but pretend they do because it is the popular opinion now to care about it, I guess. God, I'm like, it just kind of, it gets to a point, you know, where you're just like, is there any reason you're constantly saying how anti-piracy you are? Is there any reason you actually feel the need to constantly talk about how anti-piracy you are? Is it because you're maybe pirating games and you feel a little guilty, even though you really shouldn't? Like, what motivates anti-piracy? Do you think that the game devs are losing money directly from you? Because I can already tell you, it's not. They're not. They're losing money from the executives are losing money, not the game devs. The game devs' pay will stay exactly the same, even though it really shouldn't. And I get that that sucks, but like, the only reason I'm saying all this is because I am starting to get tired of it. Literally every argument now is just, I'm anti-piracy because it's the heckin' good thing to do. It's good to be anti-piracy. And it's like, you're a bootlicker. You're just a bootlicker. Do you actually unironically believe this shit, or are you just a bootlicker? Oh, I need someone to tell me it's la heckin' good. Or la heckin' bad. I need to follow the popular opinion on what's la heckin' good and la heckin' bad. For my doggos. Because I don't want to go to la heckin' prison, even though that has never happened. Zoomers are weird. It's mainly Zoomers who are anti-piracy, I've noticed. And Boomers. Even though Boomers are more likely to pirate and not even realize they're pirating. Because Boomers have in this thought process that piracy only includes software as opposed to any media they consume. So they're just like, oh, my torrent of MASH, that's not piracy. And it's like, yeah, it is. Oh, but the show's old. Yeah, so is this game. What's your point? It's piracy. It's not a bad thing, just dude. Piracy is heckin' cringe, my dudes. Get that karma gold and get that fucking Reddit gold instead. I feel like I'm being cringe sometimes with that, but I know that it's a joke. Where's the page? Is it around here? Where's the little page? I'm sorry that I get tired of things sometimes and just loudly voice how tired of it I am. I'll just not get the page in this level. It's fine. I'm out of coffee. I'll get that when the ad break happens. You know, like, I'll just get my coffee when the ad break happens. Let's do it. Oh. Maybe I'm supposed to throw a bomb into his mouth? I'll throw a bomb into his mouth. Yeah. Easy enough. There we go. Gold? Isn't that less stable than silver? Easy enough, boss. It killed me twice, though. Oh yeah, I gotta upgrade my stuff. Holy mackerel pancakes, Agent 3, you're really good. Yeah, I am. I've seen better. If you keep this up, we'll find the great Zapfish in no time. That's great and all, but don't forget about the captain. Scratchy Scratch. Who is this? Yeah, Inkopolis. Ah, it's the final boss. Give us back the great Zapfish, you jerk. And Captain Cuttlefish. We want him back too. Inkopolis is mine, yo. Dude, seriously, get your own radio channel. Agent 3, you gotta do something about this guy, and quick. I will. I have about, yeah, Last World next, and then... And then I will beat the game, and then we will call it there, probably. But first, ad break when it happens. I'm hot. I need to turn on my AC, but... I don't feel like it right now. How's my model? How's my model moving? Looks good. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait. Sorry, I accidentally alt-tabbed. Or alt-entered, rather. Or did I press escape instead? Yeah, I pressed escape. I decided that the pages, if I don't get them naturally in the first go around, I'll just, like, ignore them. Let's do this. Oh, I know where the page is. I think. Yeah. Oh, never mind. You can't go that way. I can't go back. Okay, now I know where the page is. There. Ad starts in 2 minutes. So hopefully I beat this level before then. If not, I will snooze the ad before it hits 30 seconds till. I'm having a lot of fun with this. But I don't know if I'll be able to do Splatoon 2 immediately after. Oh my god. Might have to take a little break. Just too much splatting for one day. But hey, at least Splatoon 2 is on a console people actually, like, play. You know. Okay. Snooze. Okay. And then after this, we're taking a break. I'm gonna go get something. A coffee, you know, etc. Maybe a snack. Why are we here? For what purpose do we exist? We must not dwell on these questions. We can merely trust in the will of the universe and spend our days and nights in harmony with the world, celebrating this festival called life. That was crazy, but you really stepped it up, Agent 3. Thank you. Give me more ink tank. Okay. We will be right back then.